my chosen one. The reason your heart is beating faster right now is not by accident. Heaven is whispering your name, and Archangel Michael has stepped forward with urgency. He says, your miracle has arrived, and you must not skip this message under any cost. The clock of the divine is ticking, and every second you remain here with these words is opening a portal that was locked for years. Congratulations! Heaven has signed something in your favor today. This is not ordinary news, it is the moment where unseen blessings begin to gather in your life. Michael says your angel is holding your hand tightly, refusing to let you walk away empty, because this very message is carrying the thread of your destiny. But listen, my child, before you go further, let me tell you this, stay connected with this channel, because what is being revealed here will not be repeated anywhere else. This space is not just a message, it is a covenant between heaven and you. If you stay subscribed to these words, you stay aligned to the flow of miracles God has kept for you. Your angel knows you have been tired, crying in silence, wondering when the breakthrough will happen. And Michael says, now is that hour. Do not take this as random. Do not call this coincidence. The reason you are here, reading this line by line, is because God Himself has ordered Michael to deliver this scroll of light into your hands. Beloved, the miracle waiting for you is already unlocked in the unseen. But to hold it, you must stay until the very last word of this message. Every line is like a golden step on the staircase leading to your blessing. If you skip, the chain will break. If you remain, the chain will pull you straight into the center of your miracle. This is only the beginning. My beloved, you are not here by chance. Heaven has been chasing you for days, calling your soul through dreams, whispers, and signs in your daily life. You thought they were coincidences when you saw the same number again and again, when a stranger said something that pierced straight into your heart, or when a sudden chill touched your spirit in the quiet of the night. But Archangel Michael says, those were never accidents. They were reminders that heaven has placed you under constant watch, and tonight is the moment where the veil is finally lifted. Your miracle has not only arrived, it is waiting for your yes. And that yes is as simple as staying right here, refusing to turn away, refusing to skip the words God has placed in front of you. Because once you accept, the floodgates of blessing are going to burst open in a way you have never imagined before. Congratulations, my child, because what you are about to hear is not an ordinary promise. Michael says you have cried prayers that were never spoken out loud. You asked God silently, late at night, with your face pressed into the pillow, when no one else could hear you. And while you thought those prayers vanished into the air, heaven recorded every single one. Your tears became seeds, your silence became a language heaven understood, and now the harvest has come. Archangel Michael himself is standing with the scroll of your answered prayers, saying, this one belongs to you. And no one can take it away. The delay you experienced was not denial, it was preparation. The pain you walked through was not punishment, it was pruning. Every dark moment was shaping your spirit for the miracle that has now arrived. But child of light, Michael warns you, do not treat this lightly. This is not a casual word. He says there is a reason your eyes landed on these lines today and not yesterday, not tomorrow, but now. Because this exact hour has been marked in the calendar of heaven as your hour of visitation. The angel who was dispatched on your behalf has finally broken through, and he refuses to return empty. Michael says, if you skip this, you are skipping what heaven has been preparing for years. But if you remain, if you listen with the depth of your soul, you will watch doors swing wide open, money that was held back come rushing to you, relationships heal, and health restore itself like morning light breaking after the darkest night. Beloved one, do you feel the heaviness lifting off your chest right now as you read? That is not imagination. That is Michael's wings wrapping around you, taking off the burdens that were chained to your shoulders for too long. You thought you had to carry it alone, but heaven says, no more. This is the moment your load becomes lighter. You will notice in the next few days that the things which once drained you will no longer touch you with the same power. Why? Because Archangel Michael has drawn a sword of fire around you, cutting off the cords of heaviness, and marking your life with divine protection. This is why he begged you not to skip this message, because the act of staying here is allowing the angel to finish the assignment he was given. My chosen one, there is something else you must know. The reason you have suffered betrayal, loss, and delays is because the enemy knew about this hour before you did. They tried to break you so that when the miracle came, you would be too weak to receive it. But Michael says, you endured, and because of that, you will now inherit. The inheritance heaven has kept for you is not just spiritual, it will manifest in your physical life too. Expect sudden breakthroughs in finances, unexpected messages from people who once ignored you, and healing in parts of your body that medicine could not touch. These are not poetic words, these are living decrees. And the decree says, it is done. Your miracle has arrived. Stay close, my beloved, because I am only beginning to unfold what heaven has written about you. And every line you read is unlocking another seal. Do not rush, do not skip, because each paragraph is a key. And the more keys you gather, the more locks will break open in your life. My beloved, you have been asking silently, when will my season arrive? And heaven has answered with thunder in the spiritual realm, now. Archangel Michael says you have stepped into a window of divine timing, and nothing can stop it. The reason your heart is restless, the reason you feel something is about to happen, is because angels are already moving around you. You cannot see them with your eyes, but your spirit knows they are there. They are pushing away the obstacles, scattering the plans of those who whispered against you, and setting the stage for your miracle to appear in full view. But heaven is also warning, do not dismiss this message. If you skip, you cut yourself from the very instructions that carry your breakthrough. But if you stay, your miracle will not only come, it will multiply. Stay close, my beloved, because I am only beginning to unfold what heaven has written about you. And every line you read is unlocking another seal. Do not rush, do not skip, because each paragraph is a key. And the more keys you gather, the more locks will break open in your life. My beloved, you have been asking silently, when will my season arrive? And heaven has answered with thunder in the spiritual realm, now. Archangel Michael says you have stepped into a window of divine timing, and nothing can stop it. The reason your heart is restless, the reason you feel something is about to happen, is because angels are already moving around you. You cannot see them with your eyes, but your spirit knows they are there. They are pushing away the obstacles, scattering the plans of those who whispered against you, and setting the stage for your miracle to appear in full view. But heaven is also warning, do not dismiss this message. If you skip, you cut yourself from the very instructions that carry your breakthrough. But if you stay, your miracle will not only come, it will multiply. Do you know why Michael says congratulations? Because the battle that almost broke you has officially ended in heaven's courtroom. The verdict has been signed in your favor. Every delay that made you cry, every disappointment that shattered your hope, every betrayal that drained your trust, they were not the end of your story, they were the setup for this divine announcement. You have been asking why so many people turned against you when you only gave them love. Michael says, it was because they saw what you carry. The enemy tried to bury your light under rejection, but God used their rejection as redirection. Now the doors that were locked in your face are about to swing open. You will walk into places that were never designed for you in human eyes, but heaven has overruled. You are stepping into inheritance. Child of light, this is why your angel refused to let you scroll past. Because heaven knows how many times you have been overlooked, how many times you begged silently for just one sign. And here it is. Michael says, your sign has arrived. Your miracle is here. And your life will not remain the same after this hour. In the coming days, things that once drained your joy will turn into testimonies. That sickness that tried to weaken your body will lose its grip. That financial drought that made you worry will break open with unexpected provision. That relationship you thought was dead will show signs of life. Do not doubt this. Do not think it is too big. For the same God who parted seas, who raised the dead, who fed thousands with crumbs, He is the one speaking to you now through this message. Listen, beloved, because Michael is not done. He says your miracle is not just for you. When it arrives, it will overflow to your family, to your friends, even to those who doubted you. The blessing that is coming will be so visible that no one will be able to deny God's hand upon your life. They may try to explain it away, but in their hearts they will know, this is divine. And you, who once felt forgotten, will become a living testimony that heaven never abandons its chosen ones. This is why you must not skip. Every word you read is preparing your spirit to carry the weight of what is coming. Your miracle is too big to hold with weak hands. These words are strengthening you, lifting you, shaping you, so that when it arrives, you will not break, you will shine. My child, let me remind you, heaven has never made a mistake with you. The timing that frustrated you was actually saving you. If you had received this miracle earlier, it would have crushed you under its weight. But now, you are ready. Michael says you are stronger than you know, wiser than you believe, and more prepared than you think. The very storms that tried to destroy you have built muscles in your spirit. And those muscles are what will carry the blessing that is about to pour down. This is why your angel is celebrating you. This is why Michael's voice is thundering with joy. Congratulations, chosen one, your appointed hour is here. My beloved child, let your heart not tremble, for this is the hour that the heavens wrote about long before you were born. Do you feel the stirring in your soul as you read? That is because the Spirit is bearing witness to truth. Archangel Michael says, your miracle has finally arrived. You have been knocking on doors that stayed closed for too long, but now the locks are melting away. Every tear you cried in silence, every prayer you whispered thinking no one heard, every sigh that escaped your chest in loneliness, it has all reached God's throne. Heaven is not blind to your suffering, and today Michael announces the verdict, it is finished. The blessing is released. This is not a coincidence, this is destiny finding you in the very moment you need it most. Beloved, let me take you deeper. You wondered why so many times the people you trusted left you, why opportunities slipped through your fingers, why life seemed unfair. Michael says it was not rejection, it was protection. Heaven was pulling away what could have destroyed your future, so that you could be prepared for what is coming now. Your miracle required separation. Your blessing demanded pruning. The loss you felt was the soil being prepared for a harvest you could not yet see. And now, as you stand here, reading this very line, the seed that was buried in your suffering is breaking through the ground. The bloom will be sudden. The change will be swift. And those who once doubted you will have no choice but to see God's hand upon your life. You ask, why me? Michael answers, because you endured. Many gave up. Many turned bitter. But you, even in your darkest moments, chose to keep going. You held on to hope, even when your heart was breaking. You whispered prayers, even when your lips trembled. And heaven took notice. God saw the fight inside you. He saw the strength you did not even know you had. And now, because you endured, you are about to inherit. This inheritance is not only spiritual, it is physical, financial, emotional. Expect the unexpected. Expect sudden favor. Expect the phone call you did not think would come. Expect the door you never thought would open. Expect healing where the doctors gave no answer. Expect joy to return to your nights and peace to fill your mornings. You ask, why me? Michael answers, because you endured. Many gave up. Many turned bitter. But you, even in your darkest moments, chose to keep going. You held on to hope, even when your heart was breaking. You whispered prayers, even when your lips trembled. And heaven took notice. God saw the fight inside you. He saw the strength you did not even know you had. And now, because you endured, you are about to inherit. This inheritance is not only spiritual, it is physical, financial, emotional. Expect the unexpected. Expect sudden favor. Expect the phone call you did not think would come. Expect the door you never thought would open. Expect healing where the doctors gave no answer. Expect joy to return to your nights and peace to fill your mornings. My child, the angels have been busy around you. Michael reveals that even when you thought you were alone, you were surrounded. Countless times danger tried to come near, but it was blocked. Countless times words of harm were spoken, but they were cancelled. Countless times your life was threatened by unseen battles, but you were shielded. This is why you are still standing, even after everything you went through. Heaven has been keeping you for this very moment. You were not spared by chance, you were spared because your destiny is too great to be cut short. And now that destiny is unfolding before your very eyes. The miracle is not on the way, it has arrived. Do you feel the heaviness lifting even now? That is no accident. As you read these words, Michael is cutting cords of fear, despair, and failure. Chains that held you for years are breaking. You will notice in the coming days that what once triggered you will no longer touch you. The sadness that kept returning will find no place to rest. The people who drained you will start to fade away. And in their place, new faces will appear, faces carrying favor, opportunity, and love. This is the work of heaven. This is the miracle beginning to manifest in your life. And child, it will not stop. The flow has been released, and no human hand can block what God has decreed. Stay with me, for Michael says this message itself is a portal. The longer you remain, the more blessings are activated. Every word you read is a key unlocking another door. Skipping even one part breaks the chain. But if you endure till the very end, the chain pulls you into the fullness of what heaven has prepared. This is why your angel would not let you pass this by. This is why you felt something in your spirit when your eyes first landed here. It was a divine appointment, written in the calendar of eternity, that you would meet this message today. And because you obeyed, because you stayed, the gates are opening before you. Beloved child of heaven, the silence you endured was never abandonment, it was incubation. Seeds take time to break through soil, and your life has been exactly that. The waiting, the wondering, the tears, all of it was preparing you to carry what God is now releasing. Archangel Michael says, your miracle has arrived, and it will not pass you by. You have stepped into a season where delays are dissolving, where denials are turning into approvals, where closed doors are swinging open so fast it will leave you breathless. But Michael also warns, this is not the hour to doubt, this is the hour to align. The words you are reading are not just sentences, they are keys, and each one unlocks something in the unseen. Stay with them, and you will feel the shift inside you. That shift is heaven moving you into destiny. My beloved, many nights you asked why life seemed to break you again and again. But heaven answers, you were never being broken, you were being built. Every disappointment was chiseling away the fear. Every loss was cutting away the pride. Every betrayal was teaching you discernment. You are no longer who you once were. You are wiser now, stronger now, sharper now. And because you have been refined, you are ready to hold the miracle without dropping it. Archangel Michael says congratulations are in order, for you survived what others could not. You endured storms that should have drowned you, yet here you stand, still breathing, still hoping, still believing. And because of that resilience, heaven has ruled in your favor. The angelic hosts are singing your name even now, rejoicing that you did not quit, and declaring that your reward has come. Beloved one, do not be surprised if the next few days feel unusual. Michael says divine interruptions are about to surround you. What seemed impossible yesterday will suddenly open tomorrow. Expect messages that shock you. Expect news that feels like a dream. Expect faces from your past to resurface, not to harm you, but to reveal closure and hidden truths. These are not random occurrences, they are heaven's way of rearranging your life so the miracle fits perfectly into place. What you thought was delayed was only being orchestrated. And now that the timing has ripened, the doors will open in such rapid succession that you will realize why God asked you to wait. You will see that the waiting was not wasted, it was weaving together your miracle with divine precision. Child of God, you must also know this, your miracle is not only about your personal blessing. It is about your purpose. Heaven has kept you alive, preserved you, and now lifted you into this season because there are lives tied to your breakthrough. When your blessing manifests, others will find hope. When your testimony unfolds, others will be healed. When your miracle shines, others will see that God is real. You are chosen not just to receive, but to be a living lighthouse for others still trapped in storms. This is why Michael is so urgent with his words. This is why he refused to let you skip this message. Because what is being activated in you will ripple far beyond you, and the world around you will never be the same. My child, hear this with your whole heart, your enemies celebrated too early. They thought your story was finished. They thought they had buried you. But heaven says they only buried a seed, and that seed is now breaking forth. What they thought was your grave is turning into your garden. What they meant for evil has been reversed for good. And when your miracle blossoms, even those who betrayed you will have no choice but to acknowledge that God was with you all along. Do not waste your tears on them. Do not waste your strength on bitterness. Lift your head, for heaven is already vindicating you. Your miracle will be your proof. Your blessing will be your response. And your elevation will silence every voice that tried to diminish you. My child, hear this with your whole heart: your enemies celebrated too early. They thought your story was finished. They thought they had buried you. But heaven says they only buried a seed, and that seed is now breaking forth. What they thought was your grave is turning into your garden. What they meant for evil has been reversed for good. And when your miracle blossoms, even those who betrayed you will have no choice but to acknowledge that God was with you all along. Do not waste your tears on them. Do not waste your strength on bitterness. Lift your head, for heaven is already vindicating you. Your miracle will be your proof. Your blessing will be your response. And your elevation will silence every voice that tried to diminish you. Beloved, the angel says your miracle is multi-layered. It is not just one blessing, but waves of blessings. They will come like a tide, first small, then larger, then overwhelming. Do not panic when the shift begins. Do not fear when change comes suddenly. Trust that heaven has already paved the road. Your part is simple: stay aligned, stay present, stay faithful. These words you are holding are your anchor. Keep them close. Reread them when doubt whispers. Let them echo in your soul when fear tries to rise. For every time you do, another layer of blessing is unlocked, another wave of favor is released, another miracle draws nearer to your hands. Beloved, Archangel Michael says there is a holy urgency pressing on your name. The heavens are leaning close, and the scrolls of your life are being unsealed even as you breathe. Every trial you endured, every night you lay awake wondering if God remembered you, has now been recorded as evidence in your favor. The courtroom of heaven has ruled, and the decree is this: release the miracle to my child. That is why your angel whispered, that is why your soul stirred, that is why you could not scroll past these words. This message is not ordinary, it is your personal delivery. Michael says your inheritance is being transferred, your breakthrough is being released, and your life is about to take a turn so divine that even your enemies will tremble when they hear of it. My child, you must understand the power of this moment. There are seasons when heaven watches, and then there are seasons when heaven acts. You are not in a watching season anymore, you are in an acting season. The angels have already been dispatched, and they are fighting battles you cannot see. That is why the heaviness on your chest is lifting. That is why confusion in your mind is clearing. That is why sudden peace is washing over you as you read. It is because Archangel Michael has declared war on everything that tried to suffocate you. Chains are being broken, walls are falling, strongholds are shattering. And you, beloved, are walking out free. This freedom is not just spiritual, it will be visible in your relationships, your finances, your health, your destiny. Do you remember the prayers you whispered that no one else heard? Michael says those were never lost in the wind. Heaven bottled them, and today those bottles are being poured out. Your miracle is not a random blessing, it is the harvest of every hidden seed you planted in faith. The acts of kindness no one thanked you for, the sacrifices you made when no one was watching, the times you chose love over revenge, all of it has been remembered. And now the reward has come. The scales of justice are tipping, and they are tipping in your favor. Congratulations, chosen one, what you thought was ignored has been honored, and what you thought was forgotten has been sealed in heaven's record. Beloved child, Michael says the reason your enemies fought so hard against you is because they saw glimpses of this moment before you did. They sensed your breakthrough was near, and they panicked. That is why they slandered you. That is why they betrayed you. That is why doors closed without explanation. But they did not realize that their attacks only pushed you closer to God, only prepared you for this exact hour. What they meant for harm has become the fuel for your miracle. And now, as heaven announces your blessing, those same enemies will have to watch your elevation. You will not have to fight back with words, your success will speak for you, your breakthrough will answer for you, your miracle will silence every lie. My beloved, Archangel Michael says you are stepping into a divine reversal. The pain you carried will turn into joy. The losses you suffered will return multiplied. The relationships you thought ended forever will either be restored with truth or replaced with something far greater. The financial drought that once made you worry will break into streams of provision. The sickness that threatened your body will be overturned by healing that shocks the very doctors. Heaven is not only promising this, it is already unfolding. You will see signs within days. You will notice unexpected calls, strange coincidences, sudden opportunities. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are heaven's way of telling you, yes, child, your miracle has arrived. Child of light, I must tell you something deeper. This miracle is not only about you, it is about generations. What is being released over your life will touch your family, your children, and even those not yet born. You are breaking cycles that tormented your bloodline for years. You are ending patterns of failure, poverty, sickness, and betrayal. Your yes to this moment is not just saving you, it is saving countless others connected to your name. That is why Michael was desperate for you not to skip this. That is why the Spirit tugged on you to stay. Because this is not just a message, it is a generational turning point. Your obedience to remain here is rewriting history for those who come after you. Beloved, as you read, I know your heart is trembling with both fear and hope. Fear, because you have been disappointed before. Hope, because something in you knows this is different. Michael says release the fear. Fear is the only weapon the enemy has left, and if you surrender it, his grip is broken completely. Choose faith now. Choose belief now. Choose trust now. For heaven has already signed the miracle into your name. You are not begging for it, you are receiving it. You are not chasing it, it is chasing you. And when it arrives, it will not trickle, it will overflow. It will not visit, it will dwell. It will not tease, it will stay. For the blessing God gives is eternal, and no hand can snatch what heaven has delivered. Beloved, as you read, I know your heart is trembling with both fear and hope. Fear, because you have been disappointed before. Hope, because something in you knows this is different. Michael says release the fear. Fear is the only weapon the enemy has left, and if you surrender it, his grip is broken completely. Choose faith now. Choose belief now. Choose trust now. For heaven has already signed the miracle into your name. You are not begging for it, you are receiving it. You are not chasing it, it is chasing you. And when it arrives, it will not trickle, it will overflow. It will not visit, it will dwell. It will not tease, it will stay. For the blessing God gives is eternal, and no hand can snatch what heaven has delivered. Beloved child of light, the heavens are echoing with your name right now. Michael says he has been standing guard at the gates of your destiny, waiting for this hour to finally break open. For so long, it felt like nothing was moving, like prayers were hitting the ceiling and returning void. But what you did not see was the battle in the unseen, the struggle in the spirit realm where angels fought to deliver what was written for you. Today, Michael says that battle is won. That is why this message reached you with such urgency, why you could not ignore it even if you tried. It was not just a message, it was a holy hand pulling you into alignment. Heaven says the waiting is over, the breakthrough is here, and the miracle has arrived with your name engraved upon it. You must understand, my beloved, that what is being released over you is bigger than your imagination. You have pictured small victories, small blessings, small changes, but heaven has planned abundance, overflow, and unshakable restoration. That is why life pressed you so hard. That is why storms seemed unending. The greater the blessing, the greater the battle before it. You were not fighting emptiness, you were fighting for treasure. You were not pushed down because you were weak, you were pushed down because you carry a destiny so radiant the enemy trembled at the thought of it coming alive. But Michael says rejoice, because the trembling of the enemy is now turning into trembling of awe from the world. They will see you rise, they will see you shine, they will see you walk in miracles, and they will know this was no ordinary story. Beloved, do not be surprised when things suddenly change in your favor. You will see shifts in places you never touched. Opportunities that seemed locked will suddenly fall at your feet. People who ignored you will suddenly remember your name. Situations that looked permanent will dissolve overnight. Michael says this is not random. This is the divine reversal you have been waiting for. God is rearranging the pieces of your life like a master artist, creating a picture so breathtaking you will not believe it was born out of your pain. But remember, the miracle is not just for you to admire, it is for you to step into. Do not let fear stop you from receiving. Do not let doubt make you hesitate. The blessing is knocking, and all you need to do is open the door. My child, you are standing at a threshold. Behind you lies the weight of years of struggle, but before you lies a field wide with harvest. You will not carry the sorrow of yesterday into tomorrow. The tears you cried have watered the soil, and the laughter that is coming will bloom like spring after a harsh winter. Michael says every moment of grief, every drop of pain, every sigh of despair has been counted and stored in the treasury of heaven. And today, that treasury is being poured out. The exchange is happening, ashes for beauty, sorrow for joy, lack for abundance, fear for faith. You are stepping into a holy trade, and you will walk out richer in every way than you ever imagined possible. Beloved, remember this truth. You were chosen for this. You were not overlooked, you were not forgotten, you were not abandoned. Your life has always been watched, guarded, and guided by unseen hands. The evidence of that is the very fact you are here, still breathing, still holding on, still waiting for the miracle. Countless times you could have fallen, countless times you could have been destroyed, but angels surrounded you. That same protection that carried you through the storm is now carrying you into blessing. Do not underestimate what that means. It means what comes next will not be fragile, it will be secure. What comes next will not be temporary, it will last. What comes next will not be snatched away, it will multiply. For when God gives, He gives forever. My beloved, Michael says that your miracle is also a mantle. It is not only a gift but a calling. The blessing you are stepping into will demand that you shine as an example. Others will watch how you rise, and your testimony will guide them through their storms. This is why your pain was so deep. It was not only your test, it was training for your mission. You will comfort others with the comfort you are now receiving. You will guide others through the valleys you once walked. You will inspire others who thought they had no hope left. This is why you had to endure so much, because your life is not just about survival, it is about legacy. Heaven is weaving your story into something that will echo far beyond your lifetime. Child of destiny, let your heart be still, for the trembling inside you is not fear anymore, it is recognition. Your spirit already knows this is your hour. You can feel the shift, you can sense the change, you can almost taste the breakthrough. Do not deny it. Lean into it. Say yes to it. For heaven is saying yes to you. Michael says the gates of favor are wide open, and no one can close them now. Walk boldly, beloved, for this is your season of restoration, redemption, and radiant reward. Your miracle has not only arrived, it is here to stay. Beloved child, the light around you is shifting even as you read these words. You may not see it with your natural eyes, but your spirit already feels it. That heaviness that has clung to you is beginning to lift. The invisible weight on your shoulders is breaking away piece by piece. Do you feel that strange calm rising in your chest? That is not coincidence, that is heaven confirming that this is your moment. Michael says your miracle is not waiting for you to be perfect, it is arriving because you are chosen. The blessing is not coming because you earned it, it is coming because God decreed it. And when God decrees, no force on earth or in hell can overturn it. What was written for you will manifest, because heaven does not lie. My beloved, think of how many times you thought you had reached the end. Times when you wanted to quit, when you thought you could not take another step, when your own strength was gone. Yet somehow, you kept moving. That somehow was heaven. That extra breath was God's gift. That spark of hope that would not die was your angel holding you steady. You see, you have been carried more than you realize. You thought you were walking alone, but angels were lifting you through every valley. And now those same angels are not only carrying you, they are crowning you. The tests are ending, the lessons are sealing, and the reward is being placed in your hands. You have crossed the threshold, beloved, and you will never go back to who you were before. Child of light, Michael says the attacks against you were never about your past, they were always about your future. The enemy saw what you could not see, that there is greatness written into your destiny. That is why you were hit harder than most. That is why people turned on you for no reason. That is why doors slammed even when you knocked with pure intentions. It was because your miracle was too powerful, your calling too radiant, your inheritance too sacred to come without resistance. But take courage now, for the resistance has failed. You are still here. You are still chosen. You are still standing. And because you endured, the miracle that was delayed is now arriving without delay. Michael says it will not be postponed again, for the time is ripe, and heaven has declared this is your hour. Beloved, listen closely. You are stepping into a season of divine reversals. Everything that seemed against you will turn in your favor. Every no you heard will be replaced by a resounding yes. Every rejection will make way for redirection. Every loss will birth a greater gain. This is not empty comfort, it is a spiritual law. What you sowed in tears, you are about to reap in joy. What you gave without recognition is about to return with interest. The kindness you showed, the patience you held, the battles you fought silently, all of it is coming back to you multiplied. Heaven has a perfect memory, and today Michael says the books are being balanced. Expect restoration. Expect surprises. Expect miracles that not only answer your prayers but exceed them. My child, do not think small anymore. Heaven is not answering with a trickle, but with a flood. The blessing will not come to barely sustain you, it will come to overflow. This is why Michael insists you hold faith now. Your expectation is the vessel, and the larger your expectation, the more heaven can pour. Do not limit yourself to what you have seen before. Believe for the impossible, for the unbelievable, for the unimaginable. For your God is not limited by circumstance, time, or human power. He is the God of sudden shifts, and He is the one who now says, "It is done." Your miracle has arrived, and you will hold it with your own hands. Beloved, Archangel Michael says this miracle will be undeniable. People around you will see the change. They will wonder how you went from struggle to strength, from lack to abundance, from despair to joy. They will not be able to explain it in human terms. And that is the point, your blessing will be your testimony. You will not need to argue about whether God is real. Your life will prove it. Those who doubted you will be silenced not by your words but by your transformation. Those who mocked you will bow in awe, not to you, but to the God who lifted you. And in that moment, all the pain will make sense, for you will realize it was never wasted, it was the pathway to your miracle. Beloved one, Michael says this is only the beginning. What you are about to receive is not the end of your story, it is the start of a new chapter. This blessing is the foundation for more. It will not end with one miracle, it will open the door for many. You will look back months from now and realize that this was the turning point. Everything before it was preparation. Everything after it is multiplication. You are not stepping into a single breakthrough, you are stepping into a flow of breakthrough. And as long as you remain faithful, as long as you keep believing, the flow will never run dry. Beloved child, Michael says the heavens have already moved on your behalf. What you could not accomplish with years of effort will now happen in moments of grace. You have been struggling, fighting, pushing against walls that refuse to fall, but those walls were never meant for you to break with your strength. They were meant for heaven's hand. And now that hand has touched your life. The very doors that laughed in your face are now trembling, unlocking, and opening wide. The very chains that mocked your prayers are breaking under angelic fire. You are about to step into a season where answers chase you instead of you chasing them, where opportunities run toward you instead of you running after them, where the blessing comes to rest on your shoulders and will not be removed. My beloved, I must tell you something that will make your heart tremble. Heaven says your name has been announced in the courts above. Your story has been declared before the throne, and the verdict was written, blessed, favored, victorious. That verdict is final. It cannot be appealed by the enemy, it cannot be erased by human hands, it cannot be overturned by circumstances. You are stamped with heaven's decree, and that decree is manifesting even now. The proof will not only be inside you, it will be visible to those around you. They will see the shift in your life, they will see the glow in your countenance, they will see the sudden change in your path. For when heaven stamps a person with favor, the entire earth takes notice. Beloved, I know you have carried wounds, wounds so deep they still sting when you remember them. Betrayal has pierced you, abandonment has scarred you, disappointment has broken you. But Michael says those wounds are being turned into wings. What once weighed you down will now lift you higher. The very places of pain are becoming platforms of power. The scars you carry are becoming signs of survival, and those signs will inspire others who thought they would never make it through. Heaven wastes nothing. Every tear has been gathered, every wound has been sealed with light, every scar has been rewritten as testimony. And your story, beloved, is not a tragedy, it is a triumph. You are about to see with your own eyes how God turns mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, despair into destiny. My child, Michael says to look for the signs in your days. You will notice unusual peace where you once felt fear. You will encounter people who speak words you needed to hear but never told them. You will find doors opening without explanation, opportunities aligning with precision, resources appearing out of nowhere. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that the spiritual has spilled into the physical. Heaven is touching earth through your life, and everything around you is shifting to make room for your miracle. Stay alert. Stay awake. Do not dismiss these signs as small things. They are proof that the bigger wave is near. For the first drops of rain always announce the coming flood. Beloved one, this miracle will not only heal what was broken, it will also restore what was stolen. The years the locusts ate, the energy drained by people who used you, the money lost to wrong hands, the time consumed by waiting, it is all being restored. God is not giving you back equal, He is giving you back multiplied. Double for your trouble, triple for your tears, greater for your grief. What was robbed from you will return as a harvest, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Michael says you will stand in awe when you realize that nothing was truly lost, it was only being stored for a greater return. Your enemies will not understand how you recovered so much so fast, but you will know, it was never man, it was always God. Child of destiny, Michael says your faith is the magnet. Do not drop it now. Even if your mind still wrestles with doubt, let your heart say yes. Even if your past whispers, it's impossible, let your spirit declare, it is done. For faith is the currency of heaven, and you already carry enough to purchase the miracle. Do not compare yourself to others, do not think your belief is too small. The little faith you hold is already moving mountains. The fact that you are still here, still reading, still hoping, is proof that faith is alive in you. And that faith, beloved, is enough. Heaven does not demand perfection, heaven requires surrender. And your surrender has unlocked what striving never could. Beloved, Michael says to prepare yourself, for sudden elevation is coming. The tables are turning swiftly. The last shall become first. The forgotten shall be remembered. The overlooked shall be chosen. You will find yourself walking into rooms you never imagined, speaking to people you thought were beyond reach, receiving opportunities you once believed belonged to others. This will not be luck. It will not be coincidence. It will be divine positioning. Heaven is moving you like a chess piece, placing you exactly where you must be for the blessing to flow. Do not resist the movement. Do not fear the shift. Trust the hand that guides you, for that hand cannot fail. My child, you need to hear this clearly. Your story will inspire others. Do not be ashamed of the road you walked, do not hide the pain you endured. For your survival is not a secret, it is a testimony. People who are lost in darkness will look at you and find hope. Those who feel forgotten will see you and remember God remembers. Those who want to quit will see your rise and know they can endure too. You are a lighthouse, beloved, and your miracle is the light that will shine through you. Do not hide it. Let it blaze. Let it declare loudly that God is still faithful, that heaven is still near, that miracles are still real. For your life will prove what words cannot. Beloved child, Archangel Michael says you have been hidden for a reason. Many times you asked why no one saw your worth, why doors closed when you knew you were capable, why people overlooked you as if you carried nothing. Heaven says it was protection. You were hidden because your miracle was being prepared in secret. Diamonds are never displayed until they are fully cut, fully polished, fully ready to shine. You were not buried, you were being refined. And now, the refining has ended. The covering is lifting. You are about to be revealed, and when you are, your light will not flicker, it will blaze. People will wonder where you came from, but heaven will smile knowing you were there all along, waiting for the appointed hour. And now, beloved, that hour has arrived. My child, the battles you endured were not because you were weak, but because you are chosen. The weight you carried would have crushed others, yet here you stand. That resilience was not natural, it was divine. Every time you thought you had no more strength, an unseen hand lifted you. Every time you thought the pain would swallow you, a whisper of hope found you. That was not chance, that was heaven sustaining you. Michael says to understand this clearly, you did not survive for nothing. You survived because there is something still waiting to be lived, something powerful, something holy, something only you can carry. That is why the enemy fought you so hard. But today the war has ended, and the victory belongs to you. Beloved one, Michael says you are stepping into a season of answers. Long-standing questions will finally be resolved. Mysteries that confused you will suddenly make sense. Painful experiences you could not understand will reveal their purpose. You will see why certain people left, why certain doors closed, why certain prayers were delayed. And when you see it, you will marvel at the wisdom of God. You will realize nothing was wasted, not even the tears. You will understand that the waiting was not denial, it was alignment. And as this revelation unfolds, your faith will rise like never before. You will stop doubting your worth, you will stop fearing your future, and you will walk boldly into what is yours. For Michael says no one can deny what heaven has approved. My beloved, prepare your spirit for acceleration. What once took years will now happen in days. The blessing will not creep, it will rush. The change will not drip, it will pour. The breakthrough will not crawl, it will run. You will look back in shock at how quickly life shifted. The delays that haunted you will melt like wax. The stagnation that frustrated you will vanish like smoke. You are stepping onto a fast track designed by heaven. Do not be afraid of the speed. You are ready. Your spirit has been trained for this moment, and your heart is strong enough to carry what comes next. Michael says rejoice, for the very days you thought you lost are being redeemed, and you will accomplish in one season what others cannot in a lifetime. Child of destiny, Michael whispers that your miracle will have layers. It will not only touch one area of your life, but many. Relationships will heal. Finances will flourish. Health will strengthen. Opportunities will multiply. Joy will return. Peace will anchor. Each layer will build upon the next, creating a foundation so solid nothing can shake it. Do not limit your expectation to one blessing. Do not box God into one answer. He is not coming with one gift, He is coming with an abundance. Your life is about to overflow, and the overflow will touch everyone around you. People connected to you will be blessed simply because they are near. This is how powerful your miracle will be. It will not end with you, it will spread like fire. Beloved child, let your heart rest in this. Heaven is not asking you to fight anymore. The battle was never yours, it was the Lord's. And He has already won. Michael says your only task now is to believe. Release the fear. Release the doubt. Release the bitterness. Open your hands to receive what has already been released. You do not need to chase it, you do not need to beg for it, you do not need to prove yourself worthy of it. Worthiness is not the key, faith is. And you already have enough faith, because you are still here, still listening, still open to these words. That faith is the doorway, and you are standing in it right now. Step through, beloved, for your miracle is waiting on the other side.